Mr. White, please report to the guidance counselor. Mr. White, please report to the guidance counselor. Your presence is needed. Hello, dear. We have to have a discussion about yesterday's message, which, by the way, got 5 likes. This morning I woke up to 5 likes and, of course, the triggered thumbs downer. Do we know any Pisces? Because the triggered thumbs downer started with just the Pisces readings, and they thumbs down every Pisces reading. Now, they're thumbs downing pretty much every reading. We're just trying to figure out who this is and seeing if you have any information. Well, they've systematically made it part of their daily routine now, where they log in and blanket thumbs down every message every day. They have done that now, made it part of their systematic daily routine to take a big shit on anything I do for over 300 messages. Let's just sit in that for a minute. All right. So we're going to talk about the infractions. There was a plethora of small infractions that we won't even bring up. But let's talk about the big ones, the serious karma. Well, of course, when I sent my message, there goes her with her picture of her tarot cards. Small infraction. Yeah, nice tarot cards. Basic Rider-Waite. Yeah, so these wannabe witches are being told by the universe to sit the fuck down. So, I guess you would say the top 2 infractions. And this is how we all know that these bully bitches knew exactly what they were doing. Number 1 is Casper the Friendly Ghost. So, I did a message to the collective about food oppression. Listen up, extra skinny, stuck-up wino that's not so interesting anymore. About food oppression. When I was a little girl, undiagnosed spectrum-y. Yeah, well, let's preface this. All of these twats got really confused. They thought I was I hear they fought all night. They thought I was a nun or something, where you can take a big shit on the nun and steal all her blessings and she'll still wash your fucking feet. Yeah, no, I'm not a nun. I'm a high priestess. Yeah, everyone can kiss my ass. That ass I showed how to twirl around. Yeah, that really triggers the extra skinny stuck-up wino. So now that we understand, I am hood classy. I keep it classy, but I will go hood if I need to, and I need to right now. So everybody understands how fucking serious I am. Casper the Friendly Ghost. I did a message, a long time ago, when these twats were watching me like a fucking hawk after they pushed me in a crevasse, about when I was a little girl at my babysitter's, my mean-ass babysitter named Vernetta. She would make butter sandwiches. And it was a piece of white bread with a thick fucking slab of butter on it and another piece of white bread. And it was a complete nightmare inside a spectrum-y little girl who's never been diagnosed, who does have issues with food at the time. I wouldn't even eat whipped cream. The texture was so weird. So I was getting nervous though. She wouldn't let me leave the lunch table until I ate the butter sandwich. And I wanted to go and watch Casper the Friendly Ghost. I knew it was starting because the best part of my day was singing along with the theme song of Casper the Friendly Ghost. So when her back was turned, I took my butter sandwich and flung it under the table. She turned around and she said, "Where's your sandwich?" I said, "I ate it." And she said, "No, you didn't." She got it out from under the table. It's back on my plate. Now she's staring me down. Also scary for a little spectrum-y girl. So I'm really getting nervous because I'm going to miss Casper the Friendly Ghost. And singing along with the theme song, I thought was my reward for dealing with fucking Vernetta. So I tried to eat it, and I immediately threw up all over her table. And still to this day, throwing up is very scary for me. I don't throw up a lot. When I do, it's pretty much terrifying. She looked at me and said, "You can leave the table." So I'm kind of crying, kind of relieved. And I go and turn on the TV and I sit down in front of it, and there it is. It's just starting. I just made it. And I'm crying and singing along to Casper the Friendly Ghost. And then it went to commercial. And then it started again. And they played the theme song again. And I thought it was God rewarding me for having to deal with Vernetta's butter sandwich and throwing it up. And so when I shared that with the collective, I guess you will know by the Instagram post when it was. When I shared it with the collective, when we talked about food oppression, how food is not a privilege, it's a right. If people shouldn't be forced to eat what they don't want to eat, they shouldn't be withheld food, all that kind of stuff. No, food is a right, not a privilege. Somebody said that. Somebody punishes by withholding food or forcing food. Yeah, no, listen up. Food is a basic human right. It's not a privilege. So, using food as a form of punishment brings forth karma. So we're going to let everybody understand that. Food is a right, not a privilege. So I shared that. What did your old lady do? She immediately posted a picture of Casper the Friendly Ghost and Wendy the Witch. Little carrot dangle. Little thanks for nothing. A little bully bitch teasing. Number 2. Yo, Emperor, look what I got at the thrift store. When I got my tap shoes. Yeah, because if that bitch is now wearing tap shoes, it's all over. When I got my tap shoes at the thrift store, and I took a video of me tapping called Yo Emperor, look what I got at the thrift store. Yeah, Spirit says, look in the comment section for that particular message, that video. You'll get the date, and you'll see the tarot message that was meant, well, for whoever it was meant for. What does your old lady do? Was she day drinking? What did she do? Cheesing it in front of the vintage store with the Coco Chanel sign. Posted on her Instagram. Signature, hot pink. Coco Chanel sign. Yeah, minor infractions. The picture with the blonde wig, wearing the purple dress. No, your color is pink, ain't it? But back to the big infraction. Coco Chanel. Yeah, well, clearly these little girls who, when I told about I used to be a raver when raves were underground, when raves were just starting in the United States. I graduated in 1993. I am 50 years old. Yeah. Now she got a song called The Raver? Yeah, were you raving when you were 3? Back to... I said, oh my God, this chicken making a goddamn fool of herself. Even though I'm seriously irritated at these little girl twats pretending they're me. And cock blocking. Because this all happened after I sent the message to you. So I did an emergency soul school lesson. Emergency soul, because I still felt kind of bad for the buffoonery, they were doing. It's true, I had secondhand embarrassment from my own younger bully. So I did emergency soul school called Let's All Learn About What We Actually Worship. And we talked about how Coco Chanel, listen up everybody, because a bunch of people are going to have a big collapse of false reality of what they were projecting out. Coco Chanel was a raging anti-Semite. She wasn't part of the Nazi party, but she was for sure a Nazi sympathizer. She was happy when her Jewish business partner, and maybe even nudged some Nazis towards him, to have him removed from France. She wore her Coco Chanel dresses to Nazi parties where she had a Nazi boyfriend. And she was ruthless in her terrible, rude, anti-Semite bullshit she would project out to anyone who would listen. That's who Coco Chanel was. After the war, her brand was in the fucking shitter because she was a Nazi sympathizer. So they built up a whole fake brand over here in the United States. So all these people who never really bothered learning who Coco Chanel truly was are worshiping a serious top-level reptilian narcissist who was an anti-Semite and had a Nazi boyfriend. Yeah, so put on all your accessories and take one off. Yeah, she didn't even say that. She wasn't the only one that did a little black dress at the time. We're also going to learn again. So this was the soul school lesson. I'm going to put another link why you should stop idolizing Coco Chanel for all the people who didn't bother learning who Coco Chanel was. Yeah, what did your old lady do after that? Delete. She deleted it. Busted, bitch. Yeah. Wait, what if Big Daddy, what if me, what if everybody knows somebody who can see everything you deleted? Those are the two main ones. There's 56 more minor infractions. I just have the 3 here. And the minor infraction is immediately posting a picture of her tarot cards. These wannabe fake witches who do love spells on people and then steal other people's blessings and manifestations and pretend they came up with them. Yeah, so I'm here to tell these little girls to sit the fuck down. I want all my blessings back. Okay, Mr. White, you are excused. So we're back now, and we're going to talk about what happened. Yeah, well, these are all the guides discussing right now. Because everybody that was watching and paying attention, this is to the don't you know who I am, who finally followed simple directions. Yeah. Everybody else, including other don't you know who I am's who aren't so don't you know who I am, followed directions. And they too were paying attention. And they kept wondering, well, when is this going to end? When are they going to do the ta-da? When is the contract coming? When is the never-ending carrot dangles going to stop? When is the teasing going to stop? Clearly, there's a lead up to, hello, High Priestess. Yeah, no. So nobody worked with the High Priestess because they thought Mr. White was. Because this old lady kept doing these never-ending carrot dangles. Claiming it, but not really claiming it. But totally claiming it. Mr. White, report to the guidance counselor again. Topic: covert narcissism and theft of blessings. Yeah, everyone else, there wasn't a big ta-da. No, she just stole all my stuff. No, she's a rich lady. Yeah, karma. So all this wasted time that everybody's like, when's it coming? When's it coming? Yeah. Clueless, Mr. White. Please report to the guidance counselor. We're going to talk about how your taker bitch harem has been screwing the divine feminine over for years. Ever since I sent the message to the art and design. There's the message. Okay, I'll put the message. Yeah, because I'm sure they deleted it.